Hi everyone, my name is Gupta, and today I would like to talk about Rachel Gupta's resignation from Miss Grand International. Miss Grand International is a very large beauty pageant in Asia. Miss India, Rachel Gupta, was crowned about 7 or 8 months ago as Miss Grand International. She recently resigned her title and will be returning her crown to the MGI headquarters. I wanted to start out this video by first saying I am not related to Rachel Gupta in any way. We just have the same last name, but I am not related to her. She's not related to me, although she's a beautiful woman. I would be lucky to be related to her, but I am not. And I also have never competed in the Miss Grand International pageant. I have competed in the Miss USA system, in the Miss America system, Miss Galaxy system. I've competed at Miss Asian Global. I've competed United States of America pageants. I've competed in a lot of systems, but I have not competed in Miss Grand International. So I'm not familiar with most of what goes on within that pageant system. But what I can say is most pageants as a whole do claim to do more philanthropic work than I personally believe they actually do. And this is not for all pageants. There are some pageants out there that definitely are true to their word and, are people of integrity. But a lot of the pageants out there are not full of people with integrity or morals or the kind of things that they want in a title holder. I am so grateful for the directors out there that do talk with their contestants and do share their contestant contracts before the competition. It is my belief that all contestants should have the title holder contract before they actually pay the admission fee. Because if you don't know what you're really competing for, then why would I actually put my money into it? I say this not to bash the pageant industry because there are good pageants out there for sure. But I do say this because the ones that are bad make every single one seem bad to the public. It kind of gives everyone a bad name when there's one bad actor. I feel very bad that Rachel Gupta felt pressured into signing her contract. Contracts needing to be given to people before they agree to compete for this title. Because why would I compete if I don't know what I'm getting into? Especially because Rachel Gupta's contract with Miss Grand International seems to have prevented her from working with other companies and making money for herself while she was under this contract with Miss Grand International. With this, there is a huge opportunity cost because on top of the earnings that she would have gotten from the winnings of Miss Grand International, the 150 grand, she was also losing out on possibly 150 grand worth of actual modeling opportunities, actual jobs, actual paid jobs that she could have been doing during this time. And to only be given this money at the end of the year when doing the job requires so much money just doesn't seem fair to me in any way. And honestly, with pageants, you've always had to be rich to compete. And to be a title holder, you've always had to have money, rich parents for the most part, especially because we're young women, and how are we supposed to be rich if, whatever, we're young? And that is just the tip of the iceberg of the classism that exists within pageantry. And again, I don't say this in a way to bash pageants at all, because I compete. I love doing pageants. I do think that there are lots of positive aspects to it when it comes to the right pageant system. But the ones that are doing it wrong ruin it for the rest of us. Just absolutely ruin it for the rest of us. So I say this again, not to bash pageants, but to say that we need to improve as an industry. I haven't competed in a pageant in over a year now because there's been so much controversy, so much discourse. There's so much financial gain and loss, specifically loss, involved with pageantry that it's just not economically viable to continue competing every single year. I will compete again when I'm ready to win, but until then, I'm not ready to compete. And it's super fun to compete. I love doing it, but I do need to prepare and make sure that I'm at my best before I can make that investment, because I would say it's a huge investment in your personal growth, but you're not going to get any financial gain out of it. And you're most likely going to have financial loss. That is what pageantry has been my experience so far. It's been the experience of a lot of women. And so we do need to change that and honestly make the financial aspect much more transparent. I have a background as a public auditor. I worked at PwC for 2 years as a public auditor. And what that means is that we are doing financial overviews of companies where people have investments. And that means that we are making sure that all their revenues and all their costs and all their profits are accurately being communicated to the people who are invested in them. And I encourage pageants to have audits done too, because I don't want to see people spending these thousands of dollars and not knowing where this money is going. We have no idea where it's going. It could be going into anyone's pocket. Because there's no audit, we have no financial security. We need pageant audits. That is something that I honestly is a non-negotiable for me. I need pageant audit. I don't trust pageants without it. And I need to see that contract before I compete. Because if I'm spending thousands of dollars with you and thousands of dollars on your sponsors and getting a dress and all that and getting a page and all that ad pages, no way am I doing that without some security. Some sort of security that my money is being well taken care of and that I will be safe and protected while I am there. That is the bare minimum. And if pageants can't beat that bare minimum, then I want no part of it.